What's up? What is going on, you guys? What are you doing? This is just my 2 cents. I am live now. See what we got going on in the chat. See, we got a couple Nar, Barages, and Baragettes already up in the chat. What's up, Jackie boy? What's up, Leslie? How are you doing? This fucking idiot, 2 cents. And talk about his stupid ass. But what's going on, man? I hope you guys are doing good. It's was it Tuesday? Tuesday afternoon, where I am. Wherever you are, I hope you're doing well. I got some things I need to talk about. I definitely got some crow I need to eat. As you know, your boy is not one for ducking crow or hiding behind a shitty week of picks. As much as I want to, dude, I want to crawl in a fucking hole and never think about UFC 270 again. But I can't do that because it would make me look like more of a bitch than I'm already looking. I just had a shitty week of picks, but I got to talk about it, man. I got to eat the crow. I got to talk about what I did wrong, so as to not only take accountability, but to maybe help myself, remind myself for future fights. It helps me to go back and review, just so it sticks in my head a little bit more for future matchups. And some of these guys turn around real quick, man. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if Victor Henry was fighting here again pretty soon. So, like, stuff like that, I feel like it helps with that kind of stuff. So, we will get into that. I'm gonna stream for a good little bit today, if possible. So, like, the first hour or so is going to be like, I might try and make it shorter than that because I know people are some people are just ready to move on from 270. I'm definitely ready to move on from it, but I gotta just step up and fucking eat some shit here. But yeah, the first hour will be like 270 recap. Second hour will be previewing the next card, so that's UFC Vegas 47. And then the third hour will just be some random shit, man. Like, we can talk about whatever the fuck y'all want to. But yeah, let me get settled into the stream. See what's going on in the chat. Jack Attack says thumbs up to you. Jackie boy, Henry Goat says Jack. What's going on, Jack? How you doing, man? Excuse me. I haven't been streaming as much recently, but the streams I have done, I have enjoyed. But I am planning on going a little bit longer today than I did my last one. But I do have a lot to talk about. So without further ado, let me just get right into this crow feasting uponing. Oh, God, don't tell me that, Jack. That fucking breaks my heart, dude. Sorry to hear that, bro. Hope that gets remedied as soon as possible. Yeah. Never like to hear that, man. But best of luck. Hope that turns around real quick. So yeah, dude, yeah, UFC 270, dude, UFC 270 walked in the room and said, "Hey, dude, you 2 cents, I need to talk to you real quick." Took me out behind the woodshed and whipped the fucking tar out of your boy, dude. Just beat the living shit out of me, so to speak. Yeah, 270 was rough for your boy. Let me get these results up here real quick. But yeah, it was tough sledding, man. There you go, 5 and 6. So yeah, shout out to Mr. Arkansas, man. I was on Ark stream with him and Ear and Mo. Shout out to those guys and Bro Picks as well. And we did our breakdown stream. And as I'm one to do, man, just running my mouth, just yak, 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 yak. And it did not go my way, man. So I got to talk about it. I'm going to go through each fight individually as expeditiously as possible. And then we'll just move on from this fucking nightmare. Some people did real good, man. I know Jack had a good week. Some other people did as well. Charles Smith, Pubehead, he did real good. Bo did good, of course. But yeah, man, shout out to everybody else that had a good week. Shout out to everybody that cashed their bets. But I got whooped. So let me get this shit up real quick. All right. We'll just go through them fight by fight real quick. Get through this and move on to some more exciting stuff. Yeah, dude. Jasmine Jazduvicious, Jasudavuda, Grapple Fucks, the OnlyFans Skater. I mean, dude, I got this one totally fucking wrong. I got the read really, pretty bad on this one because I thought that Hansen would have the grappling advantage. She definitely did not. She, like I said, she got grapple fucked by Jasmine. Jasmine was way stronger. I mean, I knew that she was going to be bigger and probably stronger, but I thought that Hansen would have the edge in the scrambling, but Jasmine was getting reversals and even when Kay ended up on top, she couldn't stay there, and Jasmine was way better wrestler. So I got to crow with that one. Shout out to the dudes at Fight Night Picks. There's a moderator in there called Phoenix. So I'm gonna put Phoenix over a little bit because we were having a little friendly banter back and forth about this fight. And I was like, yeah, dude, I think Kay Hansen has the grappling advantage. And he was like, dude, no way. She doesn't. He made laughing emoji faces, ha ha ha, you fucking idiot. And I was like, yeah, dude, we'll see. I think I even said something yeah, dude, you'll see the fucking difference, bro, when they fucking get in. Nah, dude. So yeah, shout out to Phoenix. Dude, I was totally wrong on this one. But in the third round, Hansen did well on the feet, but it was too little too late. She was 2 rounds down and needed a knockout. She didn't get it. So yeah, man, it was rough sledding for this one. Hansen's pretty small for that weight class, and Jasmine is huge for that weight class. So I don't know, man. I don't really know what to make of that. It's low level women's MMA, and it's already pretty much a roll of the dice, a flip of the coin, but yeah. Got that one wrong. Sup, General? Sup, Noah? Hansen groomers, eat your crow. I'm eating it, Bubba. How you doing, Noah? General, how the fuck are you? All week I heard Hansen by sub. Nah, I had Hansen by decision, but it's dude, she kept it standing. I think she would have been fine. She was, I don't know, dude. What can you fucking do? A guy asked me for 3 inside the distance predictions on Twitter, and this was the one I whiffed on. Why don't you take a seat, sir? Oh, I'm sitting. I'm sitting firmly in my seat. Sup, Artem? Good to see you, boys. Got the first 2 and the last 2 wrong. Don't know if I've ever done that before. I got way more than that wrong. But this was the first of many little crow nibblings. I'm gonna run a train on this crow and see no. Let's see, where are we at? Okay, so yeah, that happened. Then this happened, dude, and the first one I can live with more because just okay, I was just fucking wrong. This one I was right and I was wrong, and it really fucking pissed me off. And dude, well, y'all know what I'm talking about. But this one, dude, was a jagged little pill. Fucking Vanessa Demopoulos somehow gets an armbar against Silvana Gomez Juarez. I took Silvana. Dude, I was feeling real fucking smart at the beginning of this fight because as far as the striking went, like I had that one right. I knew Silvana was going to be the better striker. That's what I thought her path to victory was. I thought she was going to be able to keep it on the feet. And if she had kept it on the feet, she would have gotten the knockout because she fucking flattened Vanessa with like one overhand right. And she was getting some good ground and pound off, but she just that low, just negative fight IQ, dude. Staying in a grappler's guard, a desperate, like hurt grappler. And of course, she gets armbar, dude. So yeah, shout out to Mo. I think Mo called that to a T. He said, I think we're looking at like an armbar from guard here, boys. And goddamn it, that just wasn't exactly what fucking happened. So yeah, I was wrong on this one. Yeah, crow for my fucking stupid ass, huh? Fuck me, right? I still feel like I kind of got this. Dude, exactly, Jack. That is exactly what I'm trying to say. Like, I feel like I had the read right, got the results wrong. You know what I'm saying? So just like, it is what it is, man. So yeah, ultimately, like the grappler won out. That like, I think that's Gomez Juarez's like 5th or 6th submission loss. But, dude, I'll tell you what, man. There's a couple refs that would have stopped that. When she was like hanging on for dear life and just getting like hammer fisted, a couple refs would have stopped that, dude. But it is what it is, man. Like, I was giving Trigg some shit. I'm still a little salty about it, but again, dude, it's a low-level women's MMA. I'm just gonna fucking charge it to the game and try and move on with my life. Sorry, man. I'm a little stuffy today, dude. I don't feel sick or anything, just stuffy. Actually slept really fucking good last night. Feel rested, but yeah, not super high energy and just a little stuffy. I mean, she did, dude. She was fucking out. She was out for a second. Big Moise. What's up, Moise? Silvana has nice legs kick, but that's it. Come, Moise, don't say that's it, dude. She clearly has power. Okay, so that's, and it's like, it's so stupid to like, it's not, because it's not a flex, because she has power, but like in all of these fights where she's dropped these girls, she ends up losing the fucking fight. Like, she dropped Poliana, quit in that fight, dropped fucking Lipsky, lost the decision, flattened Titty Ho, loses by armbar. So it's like, she has power, dude. She just needs to quit fucking around and just like start bare knuckle boxing. Like, she can definitely crack. She has good boxing. She has good striking. Like, she just get into like kickboxing or something, dude. I don't know. She'd be a good kickboxer. Like I said, she has good leg kicks, good power. Like, I don't know, man. Yes, very funny. I'll take a fucking spin on the carousel for that. Howdy, Bard. Credit to Demopoulos. Yeah, exactly. Negative fucking fight IQ. Half the time she subs, the other time she gets fucked up. Like, she was really lucky to not get knocked out by Lupi Godinez. Like, Lupi was fucking her up. She was doing all kinds of fucking Bambi dances. Like, just fucking stammering through the woods, doing some crazy fucking like baby deer dance, and somehow she survived. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think if she had dropped her clean again, she probably wouldn't have gone down. Because you know how some, like, those jiu-jitsu practitioners, like, when they get cracked, they instantly just like, oh, I'm in jiu-jitsu now. I'm on my back. Like, I'm in my fucking world. But, like, if she had gone down worse the second time, I think Trigg might have waved it off. But it just is what it is, dude. That was definitely a tough pill to swallow, but, you know, I got to choke the motherfucker down. Got to choke the crow down, dude. So I got a little break from the crow right there, and I got the next couple few right. But I'll just go through them real quick. But yeah, I agree, Jack. Like, so, I mean, moving forward, I don't even know what the fuck you do with them. I would say watch Jack's aftermatch, his latest one on that. I missed that part of it. But yeah, I don't even know what to fucking do with those two. Because Demopoulos, like, I mean, yeah, Savannah's a good striker. She got power, but she's fucking 37. Like, that's her first UFC fight or second UFC fight. A better, smarter fighter will fuck Vanessa Demopoulos up. Like, she does not have a long shelf life in the UFC, and she's no spring chicken herself. I mean, she's fun, though. She's a fun little skater, but, I mean, goddamn, she is a fucking sweet beauty. Like, could you be more of a fucking hoe bag stereotype? Like, could you live up to the stereotype any fucking more? That was funny, though, man. That was the talk of the town for sure. Did y'all see that fucking one where it's like someone made it like the Vanessa Demopoulos thing, but it's Francis and he's in like Joe's arms? It was funny. Come and say, yeah, that's a good one, dude. Look boomy. Yeah, it's a pretty good one. Wars, dude, she'll fucking chin Mallory Martin. Are you kidding me? For real. Hanson versus Vanessa. That's not bad. If that's what you're implying there, sir. All right, boys. Next fight. Now, this one kind of pissed me off, but I mean, I was on the right side of it, but it did not go down how I thought it was going to. Like, I thought Frivola was going to get hurt, and he did get hurt a couple times, but I thought he was going to get hurt and just go right to the wrestling, which is not really Matt Frivola style, but I thought he might for some reason because I'm a fucking idiot. But yeah, dude, I mean, holy shit, dude. That was, I mean, you know, your boy is all about some hot takes. And I tweeted out, like, Mike Beltran is the worst UFC referee. And, like, I've been trying to actually go back and see if I can retract that. But I went back and watched that fight. Like, he may not be the quote unquote worst, but I'm really struggling to think off the top of my head of a worse stoppage than that in recent memory. Like, they only officially recorded 4 knockdowns, but he went down at least 5 times. And I went back and watched it a couple times this morning, and I found 3 instances. I can't remember the exact time, but it was like, one of them was like 213. Another one was like 154, something like that of the first round, where it's like, I would have stopped it right there. If I was the referee, I would have jumped in right there. If I was the referee, I would have jumped in right there or right there or right. You know what I mean? I found 3 instances where it's like, nah, I've seen enough. Like, you're even being conservative with it and giving him opportunities. Like, that's the 4th or 5th time the guy's gone down. And he didn't even stop it when Frivola fucking back mounted him. Like, he let Frivola, because what's his fuck tried to reverse, and Frivola just like ended up back mounting him and like started like fucking dropping elbows on him. Still wasn't enough for Beltran. He had to completely flatten him out. And like, it's like, Mike, dude, what the fuck are you waiting for? Like, what is your criterion for like the dude is taking enough? Like, I guess he either needs to be completely fucking helpless or like totally unconscious. I mean, yeah. So I'm like, I'm trying to think of a worse, like maybe Weidman Rockhold, but that's it, dude. But Weidman didn't go down 4 fucking times. You know what I'm saying? He didn't get dropped 4 or 5 times. And a couple of them were bad, dude. Like a couple of them, like Valdez popped right up, but a couple of them, he went down pretty fucking bad. And like, I just don't know what the fuck he was doing. I was on Frivola here, but it ruined my night because I didn't have him on DK. Okay. He scored 160, which is like 2 winners combined. Damn. Definitely Yamasaki level, and they didn't even remove him from the card. Yeah, that was the thing. Okay. Y'all remember that one Russian ref that everyone was like, including myself, was like fucking dragging on Twitter, dude? Like, rightfully so. He completely fucked up that fight, but it's like everyone sucks Beltran's dick so much that it like no one said, everyone was just like, oh, that was bad, but no one would criticize, no one would actually directly be like, I mean, I saw a couple people, just a couple though, but like, nah, dude, that's some of the worst refereeing I've ever seen. It's like, I guess it's maybe his like tough guy, like Marine, you know, sheriff's deputy, LA County sheriff's deputy. Like, I don't know what it is, but that was ridiculous. Like that's irresponsible reffing. So yeah, sorry, Valdez. You took way more brain damage than you needed to, but you know, it is what it is, man. That was definitely like Yamasaki, Mazzagatti. Like that's up there, dude. You can put that up there now because some of those guys, I've seen them make better stoppages. I've seen them let guys take less punishment than that. But you know, it is what it is. That's a chin ruiner for sure, man. Can y'all hear me now? Give me a thumbs up in the chat if you can hear me. Please and thank you. Tongue-tied? Can you guys hear me now? Thumbs up in the chat if you can hear me. Cool. Thank you kindly. Yeah, so I think it was just like Beltran trying to be like, you know, the tough guy thing. I don't know, man. But it was pretty irresponsible reffing. I don't think he's a horrible person. You know, everybody makes mistakes, but dude, come on, man. Like, you can't, because everyone is like, dude, Beltran is one of the best. Like, everyone loves Mike Beltran, but it's like, that was horrible. That was Mazzagatti. That's up there with like the worst examples of refereeing. And I've seen guys get dragged for way less than that. Way less than that. So you got to keep it consistent, man. I know Beltran's is cool, like, you know, cool, like military, like cop dude, like, you know, a man's man, like jacked and fucking everyone loves the beard and shit. But it's like, that was bad. That was very bad. Anyway, all right, I'm done with my Beltran rant. But Yeah. He trains. Well, if he trains and he boxed, then that's the thing too. Is like Beltran used to box, so there's no excuse, man. Like if you come from the boxing world, you see a guy. I don't care. Like refs will like, dude. People give boxing a lot of shit, but dude, some of those refs, like they're good, man. Like they will not let those fight. Like they will hold the fighter in their arms. Like, no, I can't let you do. Like, nah, man, I can't. I got you, bro. Like, I'm not gonna let you take any more of this punishment. Like where it's like the guy's not even like he didn't even get dropped, and he's just like, nah, I've seen enough. Like getting dropped multiple times, like over and over and over and over again. Like I don't know, just yeah, crazy. Patos locos, muy mal, no fucking good. But yeah, so that was that fight. I was on the right side of it. Didn't see it go down like that though. Did not see Frivola like fucking blitzkrieging that dude and just crush like basically like knocking Valdez out 25 times. It's crazy. All right, moving on to the next fight. Dude, big up to fucking Tony Gravely, dude. Um Tony Gravely pretty much worked what's the fuck? Um Oliveira. Sorry, I want to pull up these stats real quick. But yeah, man, shout out to Tony Gravely, dude. Get you one, Bobo. Yeah, Tony Gravely's a Virginia boy, man. So shout out to Gravely, dude. Dude, he liked one of my tweets on Twitter. Nah, he that was cool though. I will flex a little bit on the stream. I'm not gonna do that shit on the timeline on Twitter, but yeah, man, I don't have dude, I think Gary Goodridge is the only fighter that follows me. Only UFC fighter, but Gravely did like one of my tweets, so I was as shitty of a week as I had, that was a little fucking silver lining. So shout out to Tony Gravely, man, putting on for Virginia, dude, for Southwest, dude. Gravely's from like he's pretty close to Christiansburg and Blacksburg, like Southwest Virginia, almost North Carolina. So yeah, Gravely did the damn thing. I had him by knockout. So shout out to Oliveira for hanging tough, but I mean, Gravely's a really good wrestler, dude. He gets caught in submission sometimes, but he's getting submitted by really fucking good fighters. Like he's getting submitted by like Brett Johns and like, dude, he's a good grappler. He's a really good wrestler. He seems like he's getting the cardio issues figured out. Like he wasn't completely fucking death gas in the like he was. I thought his cardio looked pretty damn good in this fight, honestly. So yeah, definitely looking forward to seeing more from Gravely. He's definitely one of my favorite bantamweights. And he's from Virginia, so that's fucking tight, dude. So 2 up, 2 down. VA stand the fuck up. That's fucking tight. Seeing a Virginia fighter win. So I think he's one of the more well-known Virginia fighters for sure. I can only think of a few like Amir Sadala. Fuck, there's another one. There's a couple others, but like there ain't too many. There ain't just too many. So yeah, big shout out to Tony Gravely. And yeah, man, he handled Oliveira, dude. That was a pretty good performance over 3 rounds. So looking forward to seeing what's next for him. Jack, what did you have next for Gravely, dude? Yeah, he outstruck Oliveira, like clearly out. Dude, he took him down 11 fucking times. He attempted 15 takedowns and still had energy in the 3rd round. So if Gravely gets his it seems like his deal has been like he just like is so intent on either striking or wrestling that he like won't switch to the other like mixed martial arts discipline. Like he'll like if he can, I feel like if he can mix it up a little bit better, he has all the tools. Like he has good. If he maybe adds a few more tools to his striking arsenal, he has power for sure. He's a really good wrestler. If he can work on submission defense, but like I said, dude, he's getting submitted by really fucking good grapplers. Like, and he's only 30, man. He's not that old, but he's seasoned, you know. Like, he's getting like submitted by Manny Bermudez and Brett Johns and Pat Sabatini. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's a pretty good fucking grappler in his own right. But yeah, man, good performance. Great performance from Gravely. Yeah, dude, he like Oliveira put him in that guillotine about 150 times, and he was just like, not popped his head right out. The first one did, yeah, it looked deep, but yeah. I mean, I don't know if that will be good for him or not. If he'll just be like, oh, I can survive this no matter. But he's like, I feel like that's experience too, like not panicking. Been like, okay, I've been here before. I've been submitted here before. I'm not going to get submitted this time. And he just worked his way out of it. But yeah, good shit from Gravely. What's up, Sen? Yeah, it's just too soon, man. It's too soon to talk about it. Too soon. Crazy how quick I forget the matchups I made. I don't know who I had for Gravely. It's all good. I mean, who the fuck do you make for him, man? That division is so fucking deep. You could literally, you could probably literally find like 5 matchups that are appropriate and will be competitive. That is, in my opinion, hands down, far and away, the deepest division in UFC is 135. Like, it's not like, yeah, 1 through 15 is deep as fuck, but like 15 to like 40 is just, they're all solid fighters. I don't think you can really say that about any other division. Like, I think it's like the drop off is pretty fucking steep in some of them, dude. Like, it's the top 15. Some of them, it's the top 15, and that's about it. Like Austin Powers, that's about it. So, dude, yeah, that was pretty cool. Now, moving on. Let's move on. Super random, right? Like, incredibly random. Interesting. Making a mental note of that. Making a mental note of that. And they're gone. Okay. Next fight, Bo. Dude, Jack Della Maddalena put on for his province, dude. Shout out to Nick Alexander. I think Nick was saying that Della is from a town that's pretty close to where he grew up or something like that. But yeah, dude, that's tight, man. But dude, for as long as the fight lasted, it was entertaining because Rodriguez is a striker, so you just got to see a short little fucking like taste of what Della has to offer, dude. Because I mean, Rodriguez would probably knock out some other debuting fighters, but dude, Della is gonna fuck some people up, dude. His striking is really crispy. I know he's been not stopped one time, but he's tough, man. Like Rodriguez, if nothing else, he's a good striker, and Della fucking smoked him. I mean, I had Della by knockout, like I'm sure about 85% of the human population did, but like I think I had him by second round knockout. I thought Rodriguez was going to hang tough. I thought he was going to actually do something crazy, maybe like clip Della in the first round, and then Jack would come back and stop him. But dude, he made short work of that dude. Like, yeah, and people were saying like, oh well, you know, Rodriguez had all this amateur experience. He had 7 fucking fights. Like I'm sorry, dude. Maybe it's different in MMA than boxing, but like the amateurs are the fucking amateurs, man. Like even some pros, like some of the guys you're fighting, they're like not like super low level. So to say like when people were telling me, oh well, dude, I know he's only had 4 pro fights, but he had 7 amateur fights. Like I don't give a fuck. Like he's had 4 pro fights against not good fighters. Like he's not going to beat Jack Della Maddalena because the dude, he is sharp, dude. He's really fucking sharp. Yeah, that was very impressive. Yeah, that's what happened with that one. I was on the right side of that, thank fucking God. But yeah, I can't dwell on shit like that because this would be short lived. Man, Victor Henry, dude, Jack, your boy, he impressed me. He definitely impressed me. He pissed me the fuck off, but he impressed me, dude. Like, Howney Barcelos is a good fighter. Like, Howney's a good fighter. He's only lost once or twice, right? Let me pull this up real quick. Victor fucking Henry. The Josh Barnett protege that I've been hearing so fucking much about, dude. Well, you know what? I think he definitely made a statement, dude. I think he might be the real deal. He landed 222 significant strikes. Or no, I'm sorry, 181 significant strikes, but he landed 222 total strikes. He threw just about 400. Goodness, like that is a clip to be working at for sure. La Mangosta. Yeah, so Howney, he's had a few more than a couple losses, but in the UFC, that was his second loss. And like he has a win over Saeed, he has a win over Chris Gutierrez, he has a win over Khalid Taha, who's a good striker. Like, but man, like Henry, I mean, I'm not saying Barcelos is like a top 15 or anything, but in a fucking deep division like that, he's definitely in. I would put him in the top 25 for sure. So like Henry is absolutely belongs in the UFC. Really interested to see some of the matchups for him, because some people like Howney's a tough fighter. Howney, I think, never been knocked out before, but he was looking like he was about to be. In that third round, he was getting broken by Henry's pressure and his striking arsenal, dude. Like the dude just doesn't stop throwing, and they're pretty significant strikes. Like not all of them have 100% on them, but they all have about like 60 on them, and they're fucking. There's just a bunch of them. Let's see, where are we at? Sorry, I got to go back. Didn't make Gravely work for takedowns. Yeah, dip to check Twitter. So much. Yeah, exactly. Just super random. There he is. No, notorious. Rodriguez is a 55er, winging hooks like a mofo. Oh, Pete. You talking about Pete? Yeah. Rodriguez versus Sano. Sano will make him look like Della. Hell to you. Easiest pick on the card, yeah. I know. I was like, man, I should have known round one. Every time some guy domes and not UFC level, they always get slumped. Yeah, exactly, because they fall in love with their power against like dudes that are jobbers, and then they just get slumped. I know, man. Like he's beating guys that are like 0-1 and like 1-2, 2-0. It's just like, nah, he ain't beating no fucking Jack Della. Henry season, I mean, I can't argue, dude. I just have to sit here and just eat this fucking crow like a dumb. Barcelos went to war with Henry. Dumb. Yeah. I mean, he did. All right. This is what I'm going to say. It's probably going to get Jack a little bristly. But that division is very deep. Houndy Barcelos is a really good striker. Henry is going to fuck some people up. But in my opinion, I want to see him against someone either right on the edge of the top 15 or like top number 15 or 14 or something like that, where it's like, okay, get him a number and then get him he'll definitely be on the hardcore's radar after that one for sure, no doubt about it. He was already on most hardcore's radar. Now he is on the semi, like guys like me, like I know, like UFC hardcore, not so much other promotion hardcore level, kind of what I'm talking about. Now, like he's on my radar. The next one, he'll be on the more broader, like dude, I think him versus Sean O'Malley is perfect. They're not going to make that, but that's perfect, dude. Matt O'Malley ain't gonna fucking take that fight, but that's the kind of thing I'm looking for next. I don't think he's ready for Jan. Sandhagen would be really fucking interesting, but like I don't know, man. I just don't know. Like but I'm interested. I'm super interested now. Worked it out. Barcelos got paid, $216 per strike. And Henry got $188 per strike, and they didn't get fight of the night. Angry face for Jackie Boy. Henry Sugar deserves a big. I agree. So Cage. Reward guys that go to hell for leather for the duration. Yeah, I agree. I mean, we can talk about that till we're blue in the face. We can definitely, on the last hour, we can definitely dive into that a little bit more about like fighter pay and all that shit. Hashtag heel Cage. He does, man. I was saying that earlier, dude. Like he's learning how to manage it a little bit better too. Like he had to grapple quite a bit in that fight. He had to like fight off multiple guillotines. A couple of them in the first round were tight. So I was impressed with Gravely. I'm super biased because, like, you know, I spent over half my life in Virginia, so I'm not like 100% true blue Virginia boy, but like I kind of feel like it sometimes. Like I did cut my teeth in Virginia a little bit. Learned how to fight in Virginia, you know, a little bit. So I feel like, you know, I feel okay in being like in repping it a little bit. Dude, yeah, I was super impressed with Gravely. But as far as Henry, man, yeah, I'd like to see him versus Sugar. But like, let me look at that fucking top 15 real quick, because I got Jackie Boy. I got Mr. fucking Aftermatch in the chat. Let's see. Look at these fucking rankings right quick. Oh, see what we got right here, dude. UFC rankings. UFC rankings, Bo. Okay, here we go. Bantamweight. Yeah, I'd like to see Henry versus, like, right now, these guys don't have matchups. Asuncao, Simone, Sugar, Frankie, him versus Pedro. Throw him in some deep water. Just see what's up. Can you take someone else that's going to be in his face, but maybe cracks a little bit harder, throws better leg kicks, can kind of hang in the grappling? That's a good matchup. Tough. Another guy that's tough. Simone would be a good one. Another strong wrestler. That'd be a fucking tasty little fucking that tickles some fucking wrestlers' taints. Some fucking grappling fans' taints. A Sun Tzu's another good one. Similar. The one time Barcelos tried to take him down, he didn't want to fuck with him on the ground and let him stand. Victor Henry, TJ Dillashaw would be fun. Makes 0 sense. Dillashaw doesn't deserve it. Him versus Frankie or Pedro, I'd be cool with. Yeah, I feel like Pedro would be appropriate, actually, like, because, yeah, like, while Barcelos doesn't have a number next to his name, he's just, like, on the bubble. You know what I mean? I don't feel like there's too many people between Howney Barcelos and number 15, maybe, like, a handful, you know? So, yeah, I mean, I would say Song Yadong would be a good one, but he's fighting Cheeto. So yeah, that'd be tight. All right, next fight. Let me get through this shit so we can talk a little bit about the next card. I can't even talk today, dude. Fucking all hoarse. Stopped up like a bitch. Oh yeah, and of course I got this one wrong. Do you want to talk about someone with fucking negative fight IQ? Fucking Trevin Giles. That dude is, man, he is so fucking fraudulent. This is one of the ones where the wiki capping totally bit me in the ass. Because, like, Giles has beaten way better competition than Morales, but this one was just a style matchup and, like, a kind of not an X factor, but, like, I'm trying to think of a way to describe it, like, tertiary factors, like things besides the just like X's and O's, like Giles cutting weight. And like, yeah, I think he had only like Duplessis was like the first time he'd been knocked out, I think. But then it's like, of course, he's fighting another powerful striker, cutting even more weight. Of course he gets knocked out again. Like, fucking duh, 2 cents. Fucking idiot. But yeah, just such low fight IQ. Like, stuns him and then just like bull rushes into the clinch. Like, what are you doing? You just stunned him. Take a step back, put another 1-2 in his face. When he fucking shoots for the takedown, uppercut him into the fucking ceiling. You got a jab, you got a 1-2, and you got an uppercut. Like, you know how to box. Why don't you just knock this motherfucker out? Why are you trying to, like, he's just so stupid with the fight IQ, man. It's unbelievable, dude. That one fucking pissed me off. But, like, of course, that's what I fucking get. Moyes, if you're in the chat, spin the carousel one time for me, Bubba, because I'm ready to ride. Yeehaw! Ride 'em, cowboy. I mean, goddamn, like, I'm never fucking picking Trevin Giles again. You see me picking Trevin Giles again, you fucking have an intervention with me, dude, because I'm not in my right mind. Because I'm never picking that motherfucker again. Ever. Yep. Yep. I love the carousel, bro. Always ready to ride. But yeah, that's just good to know for the future. Good to know that I never have to fucking pick Trevin Giles again. I wish the UFC would cut him, honestly. He does all this weirdo shit outside of, like, what you used to fight at? Didn't he fight at light heavyweight at one point? And you're like, what are you doing at 170 pounds? He has all this weird shit happen to him outside. Like he had that fucking like what was it? Was it the Breeze fight? Some fight or the Holland? I can't remember which one was the Holland fight where he like collapsed backstage from nervousness or something. Like I don't know, dude. But it's like you look at his record, it's like, oh, dude, he has a win. Dude, he has a win over Ryan Spandy. Like he beat Brennan Allen for the UFC. Like it's like, of course, my fucking stupid ass picked him. And that's what I fucking get. That is what I get. But it is what it is, dude. I never have to pick Trevin Giles again. Now, Morales, I don't know, dude. Like, got hurt by Trevin Giles. I don't know, man. He's another guy where it's like, yeah, you beat Trevin Giles. You beat a guy that's got some good wins on his record. But, you can't have it both ways, dude. Either Trevin Giles sucks or Morales is like, you know what I mean? Like, you can only shit on Trevin Giles and big up Morales at the same time so much is what I'm trying to say. You know what I mean? Like, you can only take that win so far. If you want to just dump on Giles. If you want to say that Giles is a decent fighter and that's a decent win, I think that's valid too. But like, if you want to shit on Giles and be like, he's a fucking fraud, I agree with that. But then you can't just be like, oh, Morales is like, dude, look out for him. Like, nah, dude, I think somebody's going to fucking knock him out. But, yeah, I mean, that's good. That's a good win for Giles. I mean, for Morales. I mean, Giles is a good win for him is what I mean to say. All right, moving on. Dude, this one kind of shocked me, man. I feel shocked. Like Pepper Brooks shocked, dude. Said Nurmagomedov makes very fucking quick work of Cody Stamann. Like, he was like, I got places to be and people to fucking see. Let's go. Let's wrap this fucking thing up, dude. He wrapped that fucking neck up. I'll tell you what. That was fucking gnar. That was truly gnar. Cody Stamann is tough. He's a pretty good grappler. He's a good wrestler. He's a good, well-rounded fighter that doesn't get finished a lot. Fuck me, did he ever. Like, that was crazy, dude. That was awesome. Yeah, Said is like a good little, like, I didn't have this read right. I thought it was just going to be a decision where Said got the better of the striking and then, you know, with Stamann rocked a couple times, he would be able to kind of like fend off the wrestling and do good in the grappling. But dude, he just said, fuck all that. I'm just taking this dude's skull home with me. Here, let me just take your fucking head right off your neck. Right there. So that was tight, dude. I mean, what else can I say? This is the one where I will kind of say that I fucking told y'all so. Like, I will kind of like not flex. I can't flex, dude. I went 5-6, but like, this is the one, like, dude, people continue to shit on and doubt Michel Pereira, the Demolidor. He's a fucking good fighter, dude. I'm not saying that he's a top 10, top 15 fighter. I'm not even saying that. What I'm saying is he's super duper entertaining. He's very skilled. And he's not going to lose to these fucking debutante jobbers. I don't know how many times you guys have to fucking see this shit to just give the guy a little bit of fucking credit. Like, I'm not saying he's a world beater, but he's not going to lose to these fucking Andre Fiallo types. He beat Chaos Williams. You know what I'm saying? Like, Chaos Williams is not a bad fighter. Like, He's shown that he beat Nico Price. Nico Price is a decent fighter. Like, he's not gonna beat Nico Price and Chaos Williams and lose to fucking Andre Fiallo. Like, this was a pretty easy pick, dude. And I'm gonna say I told you so. Like, you people that were on Fiallo, y'all were getting fucking greasy with that. Like, this was pretty fucking cut and dry. Like Fiallo had a couple moments in the first, but dude, it was pretty much all Pereira. Like, he looked like he was getting close to her, like maybe putting him away in the second, like the end of the second. But I mean, credit to Fiallo for hanging tough. The dude has been knocked out by less than Michel Pereira before, so credit to him for staying on the feet and not getting finished. But yeah, Michel was styling and profiling. I mean, that's what he do. Have you not seen him fight? I'm just saying, man. You gotta let the Tristan Connolly fight go, man. He missed weight. It was a bad performance. You gotta wash that fucking taste out of your mouth, dude, because he's better than that. He's shown that he's better than that. Do you really think that Tristan Connolly, like, do you think that fucking Tristan Connolly would beat Chaos Williams or would beat Nico Price? Hell fucking no, he would not. Come on, man. Come on. Blocked. But yeah, that is the last time that I can say that I got a fight right on this card, because it was just crow from here on out. And dude, we're making pretty good time, man. I might go a little bit over with this section of it, but this was about how long I wanted to spend on this card. Eat my crow appropriately, chew it in easily digestible bites as much as I can. It's tough, man. It's got like beak and like bones and like just little tufts of crow feathers. It's not an easy meal to choke down, but it has to be done. Now, we go to the title fights. I did rewatch Brandon Moreno versus Davison Figueiredo. I did rewatch that this morn. And I will tell you what I thought. I will tell you what I thought about the results. I did not pick this fight correctly. I just got it wrong. I had Moreno by decision. I did say where I will not completely dump on myself, and this was kind of was like, dude, you should have fucking known. I knew that this fight was going to be closer than the last one. I saw some people being like, oh, yeah, like Moreno by sub in the first or sub in the second. Like, dude, I don't know about that. Like, I definitely got it wrong. Like, I'm going to eat crow, but I knew this fight was going to be close. And it was close. Like, this is not going to be the fucking hill that I die on, dude. I feel that Brandon Moreno won the fight. I feel like you can make a pretty good argument for it, but it was close enough to where, like I said, I'm not going to be too bullish on this one. Like, I feel like it was close. You can definitely make an argument for Figueiredo winning, but I just want to tell you briefly what I thought about it. So I looked at the judges' scorecards. Let me pull those up right now, because they're pretty much all the same until the fourth and the fifth round. Let me tell you what I mean by that. I mean, obviously, it doesn't really need to be explained too much. Every judge gave Figueiredo the first round. Every judge gave Moreno the second round. And every judge gave Figueiredo the third round. So they were all on the same page for the first three. When I first saw the fight, I was pretty convinced that Moreno won the first round. I can definitely see how it was scored for Figueiredo. So that I'm definitely backing off of that. What I'm not backing off of, I really don't see how you could score the fourth round for Davison Figueiredo. That was a pretty clear Brandon Moreno round, and two of the judges gave the fourth to Figueiredo. I don't really see how he won the fourth round. I can see an argument for him winning the fifth, but I don't really see how he won the fourth. I thought that Moreno won the fifth personally, but that was a really close round. So there's a world where Figueiredo could have won 49-46. If you gave Figueiredo the first round, if you gave him the third round, I don't really see how you give him the fourth. Two of the judges did. Go back and watch that round. Dude, he did not really do that much in that round. Like, because it was the visual, like in the first round, Moreno got dropped with leg kicks twice. In the fourth round, Moreno dropped Figgy with a leg kick and actually like threw him to the ground at the very, like Figueiredo got thrown to his back as like the horn sounded. So like I thought Moreno pretty clearly won the fourth. So this was my scorecard after the rewatch. Round one for Figueiredo, round two for Moreno, pretty clearly. I did score the third for Figueiredo. Some people, like, including myself, were like, oh, I mean, Moreno was winning the third until he got knocked down. Yeah, he was. He was winning it. But that knockdown was pretty clean, dude. Like, he went down bad. Like, he tried to stop himself, and he almost went, like, head first into the canvas. He barely, like, stopped himself from crashing into the canvas. So, yeah, that was the round-stealing moment, dude. Like, that was a pretty solid knockdown. Like, it was at the end of the fight, but that doesn't really matter. Even if it's 1 second left, like Cody Garbrandt knocked out Sun Tzu with 1 second left. It doesn't matter how much time is left or where in the round it happened. That was the most significant moment. I do consider damage to be the most significant scoring criterion, especially, I mean, obviously with striking. So with that, like, I can't in good faith say that Moreno won the third. So I had 1 for Figgy, 2 Moreno, 3 Figgy, 4 Moreno pretty clearly. And I scored the 5th for Moreno, but that was such a close round. Like, the knockdown, yeah, technically he knocked him down. And shout out to Jack. I was talking about this when he went live yesterday. It was technically a knockdown. If it was boxing, that would have been a knockdown. He would have gotten a count. But like Jack said, he was on one leg. He was like punching what happened, and he popped right back up. That was a really close round, and Moreno finished that round really strong. Like, Moreno won the last 30 seconds of that round in a round where thought it was a toss-up going down the stretch. So I gave that round to Moreno. If you gave it to Figueiredo, I'm not mad at you. Like, I can see 48-47 Figueiredo is very reasonable. 49-46 Figueiredo is a little bit of a stretch because I really don't see how you can give him the fourth round. But that just is what it is. I was wrong. I'm eating the crow. There you fucking go. Figueiredo's the champ again. I guess we're going to see these motherfuckers fight 84 times. I don't know, dude. Like, you tell me. No shit. General. Russia will attack Ukraine. China will invade Taiwan. Yeah, that's what I'm hearing, man. Russia's flying like nuclear capable bombers, like over the Arctic or something, or they were. We're about to live our worst nightmares, says the general. Hey, man, you never know. Could be, dude, could live another 50 years, could be gone tomorrow, dude. You just never know. Life is short. I say you got to enjoy it while you can. And, yeah, remind your loved ones that you love them. And, you know, keep your buddies close. And fuck, dude, what else can you do? What else can you do, man? There's only so much that you can control. But in closing out this segment, I went 5-6. I got my fucking ass whooped. Terrible picks on this card. It's been a rough start to the year, dude. I actually like took a fucking picture of my Tapology so that people will believe me. Like, no, dude, I swear I was over 60% at one point. Like, I'm not this bad all the time. You know, like it's been rough, dude. But I'm going to turn around for the next card. I do want to talk about this next event, kind of preview that a little bit. There's definitely some interesting fights that I wanted to. I'm not going to really like dive too deep into them, but I just kind of want to give you my thoughts, my initial thoughts and initial leans. And yeah, we're going to do that next, but I got to hit the head. So give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Talk amongst yourselves. What fights are you excited about for this next card? We'll talk about some of them and kind of like where everyone's kind of at initially, if you want to, and then we'll go from there. But I will be right back. 5 people in the building. Y'all are the shit. We've been bouncing between 5 and 9. That's pretty tight. But yeah, man, I'll be right back, boys. So hang tight. All right, apologies. Sorry, the fucking Wendy's Spicy chicken sandwich was talking to me, boys. Anyways, where were we? Now, I realized that I almost skipped over the main event. Guess I was just blocking that out. It was repressed, but I do have to address that. One final little bit of crow to choke down. So before we actually move on to the next card, Figgy Edges Moreno, we talked about that. Yeah, I was upset about it. Obviously, it didn't get the result I wanted, but I'm not going to cry robbery. It was a really close fight. If you want to give Davison 1, 3, and 5, I think that's perfectly reasonable. I scored it for Moreno 2, 4, and 5, but it's interesting though. This is what's interesting because I did want to say this before I move on. 2 of the judges scored the 4th round for Figueiredo, but 2 of the judges scored the 5th round for Moreno. I wanted to point that out. 2 of those judges thought Moreno won the 5th round. I thought he won the 5th round as well. I don't see how they scored it for Figueiredo in the 4th, but they did. 2 of them did. So, yeah. It is what it is, man. But now, there is one more fight to get to. Yeah, I agree. Like, dude, I thought that it just seemed like he was feeling himself a little bit too much, man. Like, he was way more humble before he was champion. Like, I think like the him being champion might have got to his head a little bit. I'm not saying like really bad. Like, he didn't turn into just like a dickhead overnight, but he was feeling himself a little bit too much at that press conference. I think he was a little too dismissive of Figueiredo. Like, he said that he was like, knew that it was going to be a tougher fight, but I don't know if he really did. I think in the back of his mind, he was like, nah, I'm going to smoke this dude even easier this time. And Figueiredo definitely looked more prepared. He looked more hungry. He was the hungrier fighter, in my opinion. Like, Moreno was like pretty dismissive of a man, and like it cost him, dude. Like, he just stood there in front of him too much. Like, he could just walk him down, and he got fucking clocked a few times. So, it is what it is. It was kind of his own fault. Yeah, I agree. I agree. So yeah, we'll get to that next. I mean, you guys know what happened. You saw what happened. Francis Ngannou, the wrestler, the D1 wrestler, collegiate wrestles Cyril Gane to a very clear decision. Very, very easy to score. Saw some people talking about, oh, well, Cyril should have won the 5th round because of the striking and he ended up on top position and then he went for the heel hook. No, him going for that submission is how Francis won that round. Because Francis, it's like he didn't like land devastating strikes or anything, but he landed a couple few here and there. So like, I can't give Cyril the 5th round. I'm a Gane stan. You can't give him the 5th round, dude. It was a disappointing performance, man. I was super duper disappointed. I agree. Like, how do you see, knowing Lopez and knowing how bad like he wants, like, how do you not see that and just zero in on those legs? This is what I think. I think Gane was worried about getting chinned. Yeah, fucking duh. Captain Obvious. Like, yeah, that's the most obvious Captain Obvious fucking statement in the spoken language history. But like, how do you not see that his knees are fucked up and just start, dude, there's responsible ways to throw leg kicks. Throwing them in combination. And then rolling away from the counter strikes. Like, that's why it had to be that, because how do you not like attack the fuck out of that? I get not doing it in the first 2 rounds. I actually like thought he played the first 2 rounds pretty like exactly like I thought he would. Avoid the power where Francis is most dangerous, but then it's so fucking clear that he's gassing. Like, Francis clearly looks so fucking tired going into the 3rd round. How do you not just keep it on the feet and keep taxing his ass, dude? Keep putting the jab in his. He cracked him a couple times, man. Francis didn't hardly touch him on the feet. What's one real devastating strike that Francis landed on the feet? There won't one, dude. There won't. Cyril was winning on the feet Clearly. 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 That's just that, like, I don't know if that's Lopez. I don't know if that was just Gane being nervous and like how do you let Francis? Why are you getting into these grappling exchanges with a dude that's so fucking tired? And the fifth is really the kicker because Francis is gassed. You're on top of him. Why are you not smashing his fucking face in with elbows? These elbows that everyone's been talking about that we saw you knocked out Junior Dos Santos with. Why are you not dropping fucking elbows on his skull? Why are you trying to go for a fucking heel hook like he's Dontel Mays when his fucking knees are already clearly fucked up? Like, why, like, all these memes are perfect, dude. The memes about like, dude, why are you trying to fuck my knee up? It's already fucked up. Don't you see these braces? Like, come on, dude. Like, what the fuck are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? That was fight really was irritating, was frustrating, like, because it was right there. It was right fucking there. He could have, if he had just stayed on top, he would have won that fifth round. He would have won the fight. There's no way Francis won either of the first two rounds. There's no way Gane won either of the third or fourth. So it's like, you need this round. Why are you trying to heel hook him? What the fuck are you doing? I don't know, man. That was very, very frustrating. Super disappointing. That's what I fucking get. That was his fight to lose. Like, okay, I know there's a couple people that can flex and say that they pick Francis by decision, but I know that none of you motherfuckers thought that Francis was going to win by decision. Anyone that was on Francis, you know goddamn well that you had him by knockout. Don't you dare fucking come up in here and lie to me and say that you had Francis by decision, because you fucking didn't. Everyone that had Francis was by knockout. I could never have, like, in a million years, thought that Francis would grind out a boring 5-rounder using wrestling. And neither did fucking y'all either. So, whatever. I'll eat the crow. I was wrong. I had Gane. It was just fucking... He could have had it, man. He had it. He had that fifth round. If he had stayed on top and ground and pounded him, he might have even got the finish, dude, and I would have looked like a fucking genius because I had Cyril Gane by fifth round stoppage. But I don't know, dude. Frustrating. I went 5-6. Fuck me. This crow's for all you guys. This crow's for Francis and Figgy and fucking Jasmine Jasudavicius and Titty Ho Demopoulos and fucking who else? Michael Morales, the Ecuadorian gangster that's gonna send fucking hot ones at your boy's dome. Apparently, him and little buddy Braces, but him and some other people. Who else? Oh man, Victor Henry. Victor Henry fed me a bunch of crow. So yeah, it sucked. I got my ass fucking worked at 270, and yeah, I would just like to forget that it ever fucking happened. And I will do that now. Right now. So, Jesus, sal, dude. Hey, yeah, no doubt. What's up, Mac? Francis is the most talented heavyweight of all time. I've said this for years now. Hey, I got to give it up, man. The dude worked on his wrestling. We obviously know what the deal is on the feet. Yeah, just such a bad game plan from Gane. And Francis did what he needed to do, man, for sure. Such an annoying fight. God, it was frustrating. But yeah, man, salute to, yeah. The whole Texas in this hoe. Yep. Gane corner apparently told him he needed to finish, which is why he shot and chased the heel. It's like, you're on top of him. You're fucking huge. And you have an elbow from Hades. Drop that motherfucker on that Cameroonian skull. It's right there. It's huge. He has a huge skull. You have a huge elbow. fucking smash it into the ground. What are you doing going for a heel hook? And there's dude, Francis swept him. Yeah, because he literally fell back for a heel hook, and Francis was like, oh, yeah, fuck yeah, dude. Here we go. I'm on top now. Like what? Jesus Christ. Firas Zahabi said the heel hook would have been finished by a more skilled grappler. And Francis's leg was already fucked up, so it was just like, yeah, like that already happened to me. Que onda? Que onda way? Smacked by the Mac, Sergeant Jesus, General Alex. Yes, indeed. Gone to me, fought. I agree. That's kind of how I saw it. Like he was weirdly worried about it in the third and fourth, though. That's where I thought that he was going to pick up the pace. Like I said, the first 2 rounds went pretty much like I thought they would. Like I thought that he would fucking like chill and like take his time and just be cautious, and rightfully so, like you said. But man, I thought in the third or fourth he would fucking turn it up, and I feel like he could have gotten him out of there. Like he was having success on the feet. I feel like if he had chopped the legs more, but I definitely feel like he avoided that early because he was worried about getting countered. And like you said, it's it's a healthy fear to have. This is Commander Cardone, the man with the mountaintop views. That's right. Fuck. Cardone isn't still blocked. I unblocked Cardone a long time ago. Why can I not see him? Hold on. Because I've been chatting with Cardone in ARC streams, and I see him just fine in that chat. Why is it still fucking blocked on here? It's just stupid, though. Hold on. Let me fucking take care of this right now. Nip this in the bud right now. Sorry, bear with me 1 second here. Just trying to take care of something. God, dude, I have a lot of fucking blocked accounts on here. Dude, I don't in live chat stuff, especially like MMA live chats, I don't suffer the trolls. I'll just block the, like, especially if it's like spamming trolls. It's too obnoxious to like sift through that shit. And especially if it's a big live chat where they just like feel more inclined to just like they'll like fall through the cracks and they can just like spam like that. I don't suffer that. So I have a ridiculous number of blocked accounts on here. So give me 1 second. All right, I'm just gonna block every sort of like John thing I have on here and see if that does it. And if Cardone is in the chat, just let me know. But I do want to take care of that because I'm pretty sure. All right, let's see if that does it. Anyway, yeah. Where are we? So that was 270, man. It's fucking sucked. I mean, what else is there to say? It fucking sucked. But yeah, shout out to the people in the chat, man. Where are we? Let's talk about this next card, dude. Let's switch gears. Let's talk about this next card. There were several fights that I'm interested in. I want to know what you guys think about them. they haven't really put the card together. We'll talk about that too, and what you guys think is going to go on as far as like the order of the fights and shit. But right now, these are some of the fights that stood out to me. The first one that jumped out to me on the announced bouts was this one. What do you guys think about this fight? Nick Maximov and Punahele Soriano. I think that's a really fucking good fight, dude. I'm actually really excited for this fight. You know what, dude? I think I'm gonna fucking go into the other room and stroke this old banger right quick for old time's sake. The old lady's working in there, so I'm gonna sneak in without disturbing her too bad. But yeah, dude, I think Maximov versus Puna is a cracker, dude. Or has potential to be anyway. It's what Maximov's second fight. Puna is like fourth or fifth, something like that. But I think it's a good one. All right, hold up. Sorry, I would have left the mic on, but she had music playing in there. I don't want to get the fucking copyright strike. But yeah, man, I think initially what jumps out to me is fucking Puna chin checking him. But Maximov is a good grappler, dude. I'm interested to see how the wrestling is going to go because Puna's a decent wrestler, but Maximov is a really good wrestler, and I would give him the grappling edge, but I definitely give Soriano the striking edge. So we'll see what up with that one. Yeah, I agree. What's up, Lobby Queen? Soriano, easy money. Maximov is a Diaz hype job. Yowza. I saw the guy he beat on Contender Series. Yeah, I mean, he's definitely beaten some low-level competition for sure. He was in Bellator too, right? If I'm not mistaken. Maximov. But yeah, I'm leaning Puna for sure, but it'll be interesting if he can survive. Puna, man, for not having many fights, he's had a couple UFC fights against decent competition, you know. Maximov not impressed. He won't take Puna down. That's because that's where I'm thinking the rub's going to be because Puna does have pretty good or decent takedown defense. So yeah, I'm leaning Soriano, but that's a fun one, man. That's a fun one. I feel like Maximov is a little bit of a step down from Allen and even Dushko. So we'll see. Yeah, Soriano's a much better striker, and Soriano, the dude is trying to knock you out. Like he knows he can crack. I actually like the way that Puna fights on the feet. Like it doesn't always work. Like I thought Allen had a really good game plan against him, but against the guy that doesn't really know what they're doing, you fuck around and just hang out with Puna on the feet, you are asking for it. You are just fucking cruising for a bruising. So I think that might be the way I go on that one. But that's a nice little fight, man. But yeah, I mean, I tend to agree with Lobby Queen. I think he does kind of get some of the Diaz brother hype or shine or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, I've not been overly impressed, but I'm not totally down on the guy. I'm interested to see what'll happen if he gets to the ground. But if he can't, yeah, I think he's gonna get fucked up and chinned. Okay, now another fight that has interested me somewhat, other than that one, was this one. No, didn't that one. It's this one is the one. Albion Haas, dude. What do you think about this one, man? I would say this would be like a highly contested one in the Mecca, but I don't know what's going on with the Mecca, man. Shout out to Mr. Arkansas, Ark, wherever you are, dude. Hope you're doing good. Wish you the best. I don't know what's going to happen with the Mecca, but if Mecca is to somehow come back, and hopefully, if it does, this is a lot of ifs. Hopefully, UFC 270 is not counted, because I think I would have been fucking gone, to be perfectly honest with you. I had one of the lower scores. I didn't have the lowest score, but I had one of the lower scores, and I think someone would have chopped your boy's fucking head off. I think Pubehead might have just fucking like Connor McLeoded your boy. But anyways, with a Z, this one is going to be a highly contested one. If the Mecca or any other competition or whatever is created in its place, I don't know. I'm still holding out hope. I'm holding out hope that Ark is just taking a break and he's going to come back. There's a gap between 270 and the next card, and I'm hoping that the Mecca will come back. But like, I have no idea what's going to happen. So hypothetically, yeah, this could be a fucking this. I think people are going to kind of be split on this. I think the community is going to be split on this. What do you guys think about it? That's my take. What I just said pretty much is I have no idea. Like, I don't know. I haven't really talked to Art, man. So yeah, wherever he is, I hope he's doing good. Wish him all the best. Yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen, to be honest with you. Are you serious? Damn. Fuck that, dude. That sucks. Dude, my wife had shingles pretty recently, dude, like last year, like the middle of last year. And man, if that's true, that's crazy. And one, why that might kind of make sense is like shingles can be brought on by like high levels of stress. Like stress can like set shingles off, because that's what happened to my wife. Like that's what brought it on for her. But yeah, shingles is scary, dude. Like, even because the antibiotic, or the antiviral rather, that they give you, you have to catch it like between the first like if it gets to a certain point where like the rash happens, then it's too late. If you get the antiviral in you before the rash, then it helps you. But yeah, that shit sucks, man. Yeah, I remember OJ had that shit. Heroin frog, it afflicted the heroin frog. So yeah, man, if that's true, man, that sucks. Sorry, Art, dude. Hope you get better from that bullshit. Damn. Chiefs are about to blow out the Bengals. Great day. Yeah, we can here in the next hour, we can talk about NFL a little bit, and whatever you guys want to talk about, sports, movies, whatever random shit. But yeah, dude. Okay, so what was the last fight? Yeah, what do y'all think about Albion Haas, man? Brundage's just wrestling. Are you talking about Maximov? Oh, goddamn me, heroin frog, dude. Oh, fucking heroin frog. Shout out to OJ. Mr. Parlay himself. Well, I don't know, dude. Look. God, because the thing is, if I trusted Phil Haas a little bit more, I wouldn't even think twice about it, dude. Like, I think there is a good possibility that Phil Haas could knock Sam Alvey out or completely dominate this fight. And there's also a possibility that Alvey could knock Phil Haas out. Because the one thing that Alvey does have is power. It is the last thing to go. Everybody fucking knows that dumbass cliche, but it's a cliche. I mean, it's true. God. And Haas, his fucking fight IQ, dude, is not where it needs to be sometimes. And against a guy like Alvey, I could see him going in there and be like, dude, I'm going to smoke this fool. And then just get into a war where he hurts Alvey but can't quite put him away in one of those kind of like, end up in one of those like Frivola, Valdez, like slobber knockers. And Haas doesn't always fare well in those, man, when he starts fucking like I think he can wrestle fuck Sam Alvey if he wants to. I think he can grapple fuck Sam Alvey in this fight if he cares to. But dude, I just don't know. But I also think it's going to get to a point where the whole adage about Sam Alvey is going to dry up. Like the whole like, oh well, he's so tough no matter what. Like I think at some point they all hit a wall. Alvey is like he's creeping on 40 if he's not 40, and like. Dude, he's not looked very good in the last few fights. Like win or lose, he just always kind of looks like shit. And at some point, at some point, he's gonna run into that fucking brick wall. I don't know if it's gonna be against fucking Phil Haas, but this is a super sketchy fight, dude. Like alarm bells are ringing. Like I just don't want to pick this fight. Like, if I gambled, I would absolutely fucking stay away from this motherfucker. Like, it screams stay away. I have no idea who's going to win it, man. No idea. He does have a questionable chin. He is not the most durable, man. And, like, that's the one thing Alvey does have. Like, he's slow, but he cracks, dude. He does pack a punch. And he does, like, he is durable. He's a fucking blockhead. Like, he's a big fucking Moloch's Gollum fucking blockhead motherfucker. I just don't know if Haas is going to be the guy to just one punch him. You know, I just don't think that's going to happen, man. I just don't trust Haas, but am I really going to pick Sam Alvey, dude? Am I really going to do that in a life, in a world? I don't know, man. I don't know if I'm ready to think about that fight just yet. I don't know if I'm ready to fucking dive into that fight just yet, boys. It's just so sketchy. I don't know. How do you pick Sam Alvey in a world? I just don't know. Convince me. Please just convince me to pick Sam Alvey. But this is just one where I feel like no matter what, I'm going to be wrong. I feel like no matter what happens, I'm going to be wrong in this one. But who knows, dude? It's a sketchy-ass fight. Fuck, man. I don't know, dude. I unblocked. Zach knows that I unblocked him because I was talking to him in Ark's chat the last time. I unblocked him and Goat and who was the other one? Fuck. Him and Goat and Pubehead, Charles Smith. I unblocked all three of them, and then I could just see them in the chat, and like we all confirmed it, like, oh yeah, we can all see each other, you know, like what I don't. Maybe it's like delayed on StreamYard or something. That's the only thing I can think of. Let me get in the. Let me see if it's showing up. I should show up on YouTube. It might be StreamYard. I have no idea, but yeah. Let me get in here, and I'll shout you boys out if I can see you. What the fuck, dude? Yeah, I can't see him in the YouTube. Let me double check the I'll double check my list again, dude, but I'm pretty sure they're not on there anymore. Fucking YouTube, man. If it's not one thing, it's another, right? All right. Plot contacts. Because I literally unblocked every fucking name that even started with a Z. I'm just unblocking every Z. Let's see if that does it. I thought that I had already done it because I was talking to Zach in Ark's last stream. I don't fucking know, man. Let's see if that does it. Yeah, I still can't see shit. I don't fucking know. Sorry, Zach, or anybody else that tried to come in. I couldn't see your Cardone or anybody. Apologies. I don't know what the fuck's going on, but yeah, I tried to block the best I could. So we'll see what that do. But where was I? Yeah, man, it's fucking sketchy, dude. It's hard to trust both of them. It's hard to trust either one of them because, like, a few years ago, I think Sam Alvey would probably fuck him up. But, like, yeah, Alvey's like 40 now, dude. And he's taken a lot of damage recently. And Phil Haas, like, look at Sam Alvey right here. Fucking smiling cheese dick Alvey. He hasn't won a fight since summer of 2018. We're going on 4 years since Sam Alvey has won a fight. Lil Nog, Jimmy Crute, Klidson, Span, Da, Julian Marquez, Wellington Turman. If Turman hadn't been deducted the point, I think that's a clear unanimous for Turman. I do think Phil Haas is probably weaker than anyone up there, with the exception of maybe Klidson Abreu. I think he's probably other than Wellington, like, I don't fucking know, man. Like, maybe he's on the same level as Wellington Turman, but like, this is Phil Haas. What? This is Phil Haas, like, let's see. Yeah, I mean, I guess he always fights at middleweight. Alvey going down to middleweight. I don't fucking know, dude. Is this a middleweight fight or is it like a catchweight? Dude, what is up with this fucking Russian spam, man? I agree, dude. That's the thing. Like, he is shit. He is just like a durable pile of shit. That's what he is. He's a solid pile. He's a frozen pile of shit. That's what he is. He's not soft and like fucking diarrhea doo-doo splatter. He's like a solid frozen pile of Arctic shit. He sucks, but he's there. And a guy like Haas with like a dodgy chin, God damn, can this fight please fall out? Can something happen? This is the one where can this whole like Alvey being a fucking like, COVID denier or whatever the fuck he is, can he just like, can that like bite it? Can he get COVID or something and like this fight fall out? I just don't want to have to pick this fight, dude. Nah, I don't wish anybody to get COVID, man. But my fucking my brother and my niece got COVID. They're fine. They're better, but nah, man, that shit sucks. Shit can make you really fucking sick. But I was gonna say, nah, I'm half kidding about that. Like, I don't really want that to happen, but like, I do want that fight to fall out somehow. Like, can Alvy's like corner get COVID or something? Like, something, man, something. I don't want to have to pick this fucking fight. It sucks. It's a shit low level fight. I feel like they're trying to give. It's like they're trying to do both, right? They're trying to give Alvey a winnable fight, a step down winnable fight for Alvey, and they're trying to give Haas, like, I don't know. I mean, he's taking this on short notice, right? Fuck, dude. I don't know, dude. I have no idea. What do y'all think about this one, dude? What do y'all think about Steven Peterson and Arosa? Julian Arosa has typically been the bane of my existence. We'll see if that trend continues, but he usually just feeds me a steaming plate of crow every time he fights. He's a fighter I can't get on the right side of his fights, man. Like, I feel like Peterson is almost like a step down from Jourdain a little bit, right? Like, I don't think Peterson is like on a Peterson is a good fighter, man, and I think he could definitely win this fight. Like, I don't know, man. I wouldn't say he's a knockout artist. Like, his best knockout is like a spinning back fist. I don't know, man. Juicy J is pretty tough. He's got a bad chin, but he's like, if you don't one punch him, which that could happen in this fight, but like, he's pretty tough, man. He puts that pressure on. I don't know though, dude. I'm so bad at picking. Like, I feel like if I pick Juicy J, he will get knocked out. You know what I'm saying? This just feels like a trap to me. I don't know. I don't know about this one. Yeah, I don't think much of Steven Peterson. It's like, I don't think I am almost positive he is not as good as Charles Jourdain. But that doesn't mean that like Juicy J does have a dodgy chin. But like, this dude lost to fucking Violent Bob Ross and Brandon Davis and fucking, I don't know, dude. His best win is probably Psycho Boy or Chase Hooper. Oh, dude, I know where I remember this motherfucker from. I remember from the Martin Bravo fight where he knocked out Martin Bravo with the spinning back fist. I remember this motherfucker, though. Yeah, dude. This dude beat Slippery Pete. I think I might have picked Slippery Pete in that fight, too, like a fucking retard. This dude beats... No, I'm sorry, I'm looking at Hooper's record now. I'm getting all confused. Fucking idiot. Okay. Yeah, so this was the fight, dude. This was the fight where Hooper was like actually tagging the dude. Where like, yeah, this was the dude that Hooper was teeing off on. That like Hooper kept throwing that 1-2, but it kept landing. Like, that's all that Chase Hooper has in his striking arsenal is just a 1-2, but he kept cracking the dude with it. I think that's this fight. I think that's what I'm thinking of. Because he wasn't doing that to fucking Hooper wasn't doing that to Leroy, and he wasn't really doing that to Slippery Pete, I don't think. I think he was doing it to Peterson, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, dude. Yeah, I'm kind of leaning Juicy J, to be honest with you. If I'm being perfectly honest. So this is an interesting one too, man. Jason Witt and Phil Rowe. I need to refresh my memory on Philip Rowe. I kind of remember Witt. Witt got smoked by Semi the Jedi. And then I faded him in his last fight and he won. Can't remember who that was against. Yeah, he got knocked out. I'm pretty sure Witt got knocked out by Semi, and then he got knocked out by McKinney as well. No. Frivola is the one that got knocked out by McKinney. Frivola. I'm getting my chinny wrestlers mixed up. Sorry. Nah, man, I can't hate on Frivola. He had a great comeback, man. Great comeback. But yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, he did get knocked out by Semi. And he also got knocked out by Takashi Sato. That's what I'm thinking of, dude. Yeah. He was a late replacement. Either he was the late replacement or Sato was the late replacement, but Sato fucking smoked him. There, dude, both of these knockouts happened in a total of like 1 minute total. Sato was less than a minute. Simmelsberger was less than like 30 seconds, dude. So yeah, Witt is pretty chinny. I'll say he's pretty chinny. And Rowe, I think Rowe could knock him out, man. What I gotta see what this one is, I gotta see about Rowe's takedown defense and how actively he scrambles to get back to his feet. If he is content with laying on his back, and if it doesn't have good anti-wrestling, doesn't have good takedown defense, doesn't have good get-ups, I don't know, man. I don't know. I still think he might get knocked out, but I don't know. I don't fucking know. I don't fucking know. Yeah. Yeah, he beat Barbarina. Like, yeah, I'm slightly leaning Phil Rowe at the moment. But when I do a little tape study, I'm gonna see about his takedown defense, his anti-wrestling, how he deals with someone being on top of him. Is it going to be one of those things where like Rowe gets taken down, he's down for the whole round, like 3 takedowns wins with the fight or something, or 2 takedowns wins in the fight, 1 per round, and he wins 2 rounds. I don't fucking know, man. But like knee jerk, yeah, I'm leaning Phil Rowe. We'll see. There was another fight. Yeah, I got 2 more, and then I wanted to ask you guys a question. This was the other one, man. Miles Johns and Sexy Mexi. I'm interested to see how the grappling will go because I think that they both have pretty good wrestling. I think Johns is probably the better with the jiu-jitsu. Castaneda has good wrestling, though. Excuse me. Yeah, Miles Johns is a really good wrestler. I don't know, man. Castaneda has pretty good wrestling too, though. And to be honest with you, I don't know, dude. Miles Johns, they both have power, but Castaneda is tough, dude. Castaneda is tough. Like, Kevin Natividad and Anderson Dos Santos are both pretty chinny. Like Castaneda is tougher than that, I think. I don't see him getting one punch by Miles Johns. That will shock me. I might pick Sexy Mexi, dude. I might pick John Castaneda because I don't know, man. Like, I know he has a split over Yanez. Like, Johns is a good fighter, man. He is. He is. Maybe I'll have to take this one, man. Maybe Castaneda is a stupid pick, but I don't know. I don't know. I'll have to see. I just like Dos Santos is old and that was his fourth knockout loss. Like I know Natividad is really chinny. Dude, Mario Batista is chinny too, and he knocked him out. I know that was a fucking I know it was like a flying knee, but still, dude, I don't know, man. Castaneda's got pretty good boxing. I mean, Johns is a good fighter though, dude. Johns is a really good fighter. I'll have to tape that one, man. I'm definitely have to tape that one. I can't make like I'm definitely not gonna make a get biased on Castaneda because I have picked Castaneda and like I think I picked him against Wineland, but I just don't know. I don't know if he can do that to Miles Johns. I don't know, man. It's tough. It's fucking tough. So that was that one. But yeah, I'm gonna have to tape that one though because I don't like the idea of being like, oh, Castaneda, like there's quote unquote value on him. Like I'm gonna have to look for some things. I'm gonna have to look for. From what I remember, he has decent defense because John's cracks, man. He does hit really hard. Like Castaneda's tough, but if he's going to be a guy that just like doesn't respect like John's power, I feel like he could get slumped. But Castaneda isn't a slouch on the feet either, man. He has good boxing. He has a decent amount of power himself, and he has good wrestling. Like I don't know, dude. I don't know. That's one that needs to get that's one that needs to get taped. I have to look for striking defense tendencies for Castaneda, and I need to look for how Johns does when he's the one getting, if Johns has ever been out wrestled or like how he deals with wrestle boxers, how he kind of deals with that style. So we'll see, man. But that is one that I had kind of had my eye on that I think will be an interesting fight. This one, dude, this has potential to be a banger. What y'all think about that shit, dude? What y'all think about Shaftcat and Carlson Harris? Dude, that's one of the harder ones to like get an initial read on. Recency bias has me pretty high on both of them, honestly. Sorry, I was going to try something, but I'm not going to. I'm on my phone, and I don't really want to fucking. Sometimes my phone is when I put up multiple windows, it just doesn't deal well with it, and it's I don't know. I get a kind of a shaky signal, but anyway. Yeah, so Carlson Harris, he actually has some decent wins, dude. Like he has a win over Wellington Turman and Michelle, Impa, and Aguilera. That's not a super crazy win, but he's got a couple wins in the UFC. The Impa one was pretty impressive. I was impressed by that, man. I thought he was going to get worked by Impa, but dude, Shavkat is a fucking beast. He's a beast, man. He has a win over dude, he has a win over the Iron Turtle outside of the UFC, which that's not bad. Yeah, Cowboy Oliveira is a good win. Prazeres most recently. But Carlson Harris is going to be a really entertaining. I think it's going to be a tough fight, man. I don't think if you gun to my head, I do slightly lean Shavkat, but I'm interested to see how it's going to play out on the feet. I don't know what it's going to be like if they get into a firefight, dude. I do tend to slightly favor Rachmanov, but I don't know, dude. I'm not going to completely count out Harris either. Big Moy says Shavkat round 1 knockout. Yeah, I don't know. I'm slightly leaning Rachmanov myself, but we'll see what happens. So, on Google and like Wikipedia and shit, they have this is the first fight other than the main event. I guess this is the co-main event. Maybe you guys can tell me. But is Dawodu versus Trezano really going to be the fucking co-main event? Let's talk about this for a second. Like, because it says that it's on the prelims, but it's also the first fight listed. Like when you go on Wikipedia, that's the first fight down. Or are they going to do you think they'll make Alvey Hawes the co-main event? I don't know, man. What's like the appropriate co-main event for this card? Or have they made one and I'm just, dumb? Well, let's just say hypothetically that it's Dawodu Trezano. What do y'all think about that? If it ends up being Hakeem Dawodu, but yeah, it says it's co-main. It has it listed as co-main, but it says it's. I mean, Wikipedia is fucking not reliable though. So, all right. So I guess we'll just treat that as a co-main event. I guess fuck. Actually, dude, I kind of skipped over this one, but Chidi Njokwani and Marc-Andre Barrio. That's actually a pretty good scrap. Chidi is one of the dudes that knocked out Fiallo before he got to the UFC. So I think that might actually be a good one, dude. I'm gonna have to do some more taping on Chidi. That's the only real fight I've seen of his is that knockout over Andre Fiallo. But Barrio is a dude that I've picked in the past and had mixed success, but more success than failure picking him. I've picked him as an underdog a couple times and it came through. But I think I've picked him as a favorite before too. But anyway, that's interesting, man. That's an interesting fight. Barrio obviously has more UFC experience, but I don't think Chidi is someone to be completely slept on either. So I need to tape that one for sure. But that's an interesting fight. But I guess Dawodu and Trezano will be the co-main event. Dude, I am going to be perfectly straight up honest with you guys. I don't know if he beat Ludovic Klein. I thought that was a really close fight. I guess he did. That I don't know, man. I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch that. I remember thinking that was a sketchy decision, and even more sketchy that it was unanimous. Mike Trezano, like the guy, just I don't know, man. I just don't know about him. He's been fighting so fucking sporadically the last couple years. He fought twice in 2018, once in 2019, and then once most recently in 2021. He has a win over Ludovic Klein, who was a super hyped up prospect who had that crazy win over Shane Young, but that guy was mostly untested, especially against a grappler like Trezano. Now, excuse me. Dude, Dawodu can strike though. I mean, I know that Ludovic Klein can too, but Dawodu is a tested UFC striker. Like, I know he doesn't have that many knockouts, but he's pretty good, dude. He's pretty fun. He definitely had his moments against Evloev, who is miles above Mike Trezano, honestly. The dude has a win over Arce. It's a pretty solid win. I think that I'm probably going to be going with Hakeem, but I don't know, man. Mike Trezano is someone that I fade usually, but last time it was to my detriment, so we'll see. Yeah, he was getting kind of lit up, man. I don't know, dude. That was a sketchy fucking decision. I feel like that was one of those where there was a lot of narrative behind that. Like Mike Trezano, like they kept saying, like they kept bringing up the fucking Ultimate Fighter, being the Ultimate Fighter winner, and like they would not shut the fuck up about Trezano returning. And I feel like there was a lot of let's get Mike Trezano in here and get him a win, so everyone remembers. Like, you know what I mean? It's just corny. I don't know, dude. Hit that fucking stupid ass mullet. Like, I just don't like Mike Trezano. I think he's kind of a fraud. But I don't know, dude. We'll see what happens. I think Hakeem, like Ludovic Klein, is a dangerous striker, but he's pretty much just a striker. And I think that he kind of, I don't know, man. Hakeem is much more seasoned. Beat Julio Arce, like I don't know, man. I think and Julio Arce is another fucking Tiger Schulman guy, I believe. So I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I'm not a big Trezano guy. Can't tell. So yeah, I suppose that's the co-main. So fuck it, dude. We're here. Let's talk about the big one. Let's talk about Jack Hermanson and Sean Strickland. Can we do that? So what? Hold on a second. Hold on a second, boys. Sorry, I ought to hope a old lady with something. Just whipping us up something in the kitchen. So what do y'all think about this fight, man? Hermanson and Strickland. Let's start with, who should we start with? Jack Hermanson or Sean Strickland? Probably spend about 15 minutes talking about this, and then we'll move on to whatever. But this one is a classic striker versus grappler. I don't really know any other way to put it. Sean Strickland ain't no grappler. Jack Hermanson damn sure ain't no striker. Not that neither of them have it. Like, Sean Strickland has decent wrestling. He gets takedowns in fights, and Hermanson has okay striking. It's kind of wonky. But yeah, I think it's safe to say that Strickland is the striker. Hermanson's the grappler, obviously. But that's kind of the general breakdown. We'll start with Sean Strickland. I just want to start with Sean Strickland because I've been saying this for a long time. I don't know when it's going to happen, but Sean Strickland is going to get knocked the fuck out. Like, the dude has no regard for his opponent's striking. Like, he puts up this Philly shell, but he doesn't, like, he just kind of leans back from punches. Like, he doesn't really slip punches that much. He parries. He's a parry counter. Like, he does it pretty well. He's a good striker. Sean Strickland, let me make that clear. Sean Strickland is a good striker, but he has this style where it's just like he just walks guys down. He just hasn't been fighting the kind of people that are going to make him pay for it, in my opinion. Like, not that he's been fighting shitty strikers, but like older Uriah Hall, who's kind of low volume. Like Marshman. I mean, I know Marshman has striking, but he's just not a very high level fighter. I don't know, dude. I just think at some point, especially at middleweight, Strickland is going to get his chin checked. I don't think it's going to be in this fight. Jack Hermansson is not going to knock out Sean Strickland. But I could definitely see Strickland knocking out Hermansson if it stays on the feet. Like, Strickland's clearly the better striker. He has a really good jab, and he works behind it. He's got a solid 1-2, and he'll just chain that shit together. Jab, double jab, 1-2, 1-2, jab, double jab, double jab. Like, he'll jab, he'll throw jabs and 1-2s all fucking night. What I need to look and see about in this fight is Sean Strickland's takedown defense against the kind of takedowns that Jack Hermansson typically uses, and how he defends, not only how he defends against those takedowns, but what happens when he gets taken down in that position. And how well does he do scrambling out of that particular position? Because I'm going to be honest with you, dude, I feel like there's a very, very high possibility that if this goes to the ground, Sean Strickland is going to get choked pretty fucking quickly, dude. Like, I think they're both equally as good at the thing that the other guy isn't as good at. Like I feel like the gap between the striking is as great as the gap between the grappling. Like, I think Hermansson is a much better grappler than Sean Strickland, and vice versa. So it truly, to me, this is a classic striker grappler, and I really don't know who's going to be able to get their game implemented first. Like, I don't know, man. And it might be who implements their game last. Who's the, like, you know, it might be something where Hermansson gets hurt, weathers the storm, and chokes Strickland, or the other way around. Like, Strickland gets taken down, has to fend off some takedowns, and then Hermansson gets tired and he knocks him out late. I don't know, man. But it's a tough one. It's like, I'm gonna have to do some tape study for this fight card for sure. And the main event is no exception. I don't think it's as easy as being like, yeah, Strickland by knockout, or like Hermansson by sub. Like, I feel like that's more likely. Like, I don't really see, it's hard to, I guess I could see this one going to the cards. I don't think so, though, man. Like, I don't think the pace that Strickland works at, I don't think Hermansson, 3 rounds of that, I don't know if he's going to be able to take that. But conversely, like, I don't know if it's going to go 3 rounds before he gets taken down. I don't know, man. Like, I think I've overrated Jack Hermansson in the past, and I think some other people do too. But I think some people really overrate Sean Strickland. I think Sean Strickland gets a lot of push and hype because of the dumb shit that he fucking says. Like, the dude has the emotional maturity of a fucking 19-year-old. Let's be honest. And he gets a lot of traction on Twitter and other social media for that kind of stuff. But to me, he's a good fighter. I can't say that Strickland's a bad fighter. He's on the cusp of maybe being a great fighter, but most of the attention and the stuff that I see about him is like things that he's saying in interviews or just stuff that he's putting on Twitter, like, for shock value. Just edgelord, like, shit. As far as inside the cage, he's a good striker. Like I said, I think his defense is kind of questionable. Like, against a higher, like, dude, Whitaker or Till or Adesanya will fuck him up. You mark my fucking words. You put him up against Darren Till or Robert Whitaker or Israel Adesanya, Sean Strickland is going to get fucking smoked, dude. But against a guy like Hermansson, who does, like, he can't hang with Sean on the feet. Like, If Strickland can stuff the takedowns, dude, he's going to piece Hermansson up and probably knock him out. If he can't, I think he's going to get strangled. Like, I think Hermansson is that much better than Strickland on the ground. But that's kind of like, yeah, that is a very, like, simplistic breakdown, but that's honestly the only real breakdown I have at this point. Like I said, what I'm going to be taping is how well does Strickland do against the type of takedowns that Hermansson uses and the positions that Hermansson's going to put him in once it hits the ground. And how well does Hermansson do against just straight up boxers like that? What kind of stuff does Hermansson usually get hit with? Like, I know he got dropped with that uppercut from Cannonier. He's definitely the less durable fighter, and Strickland's obviously the better striker. So TKO for Strickland seems like the path to victory for him. But yeah, there's a couple of things I got to look at. But it's an interesting fight, man. Like, it sucks to have to wait 2 weeks for it because it's really not that good of a card. Like I went through a few of the fights that I think are interesting, but dude, as far as to a casual, it's a shit card. It's a fucking shit ass card. Like, there's not really, like, Shavkat versus Harris is kind of a banger. Puna versus Maximov could be interesting. There's a couple interesting ones, but nothing is really like, oh my god, dude, this one is going to be so fucking gnar. Like, this is a good matchup. The main event's a good matchup, but someone's going to get dominated. I feel like someone's going to get dominated. Either Strickland's going to get dominated on the grappling, or Hermansson's going to get fucked up and knocked out. Like, I don't see it being like a decision. Like, I feel like one of these guys is going to be able to implement their game, and once they do, the other guy is not going to be able to deal with it. I just don't know who's going to be able to do it. That's the rub. That's the rub here. Hey, there's probably some value on that, dude. Because I'm like, I think if it stays on the ground, like if Hermansson on top is a motherfucker. I don't care what anybody says. If Jack Hermansson ends up, like, I know people are like, oh, dude, like Khamzat, like, ragdolled him. Yeah, Khamzat. You mentioned Khamzat and, like, grown men like fucking Ejak. We're not talking about Chimaev. If he's on top of Strickland, it's going to be a short night, dude. It's going to be a real short night for Sean Strickland. Like, he's going to get strangled. He's going to get strangled or he's going to get smashed because Hermansson has nasty ground and pound. If he ends up on top of Sean Strickland, fucking, like, whatever you can do, live bet Hermansson, like, I don't know, man. It's not going to go good. But I got to tape Strickland's takedown defense because Hermansson can be hurt from, like Strickland isn't normally like a one punch. He doesn't have, like, one punch power, although that's typically what Hermansson tends to go down from. But, like, I don't know, dude. I don't think he's as good of a striker as, like, Cannonier or Kelvin. I just don't, man. I just don't. It's fucking tough. My God, with these fucking Russian trolls. But yeah, that's my take on that one, man. Like, it's an interesting fight, but I think that someone is going to get fucked up badly. Like, if Hermansson tries to be a tough guy, he's going to get knocked out. Like, if he tries to be like, oh, this isn't Kelvin or this isn't Cannonier, and tries to play that game, eventually Strickland will knock him out, because that might be one of those things where, oh, I'm not getting too fucked up now, but, like, eventually Strickland is steady behind that jab. He's got a crispy power jab, and he's steady behind it, and that thing will add up. It will add up on Hermansson. Hermansson is someone that does not wear damage very well. He marks up and bleeds pretty easily, and his face is going to be a mess if he makes it into round 3. It's going to be a fucking mess. So like, I don't know, man. I just think he'll get knocked out. If he can't get to the mat, he's going to get knocked out. But if he does, I think Strickland's in for a fucking grapple fucking. Like, I think Hermansson will work him over a barrel on the ground for real. So it's tough, dude. It's fucking tough. It's a real tough pick. It's a good fight, though. It's a good fight for sure. Well, boys, that's really all I had for UFC stuff. Like, I ate my fucking crow. Yeah, it sucked. Went 5-6. Previewed the next week's card. Not this week, but next week's. That was about all I had for that kind of stuff. I had left some time to talk about other shit if you guys want to. If not, it doesn't matter. It was a good little stream, though, man. Even if it does wrap up here soon. Yeah. Yeah, lots of trolls, man. Lots of troll traffic. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. But yeah, gotta write the shit, man. I can't be doing fucking like going 5-5 and 5-6 and shit like that. I gotta live up to my fucking 60% reputation. I'm still over 60 on Tapology. I'm like 62.5 now. But I had to fucking I had to work hard to get that shit, man. Because I didn't used to take the shit seriously at all. I just be picking it right out of my ass. Like, whatever, dude. Let's see who wins this one. Like, I would literally just I like this fighter more. I'm picking him. But I started taking it a little bit more seriously, and I did. Like, I know that's nothing to fucking write home about, but I had to work hard for that fucking 63%, and it's like very quickly like dropping, like boop, 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 boop. Like I'm down to like 62.5. But yeah, so I gotta keep her above 60. What was I gonna say? Yeah, I feel like with some tape study, I should be able to do better on this card. I feel like this one is a little bit easier to get reads on. I don't feel like there are quite so many like unknowns. There's a couple tricky ones, like Haas Alvey is tricky. The main event is a little tricky. But some of them where it's like, yeah, I mean, some of those ones where I put up interesting fights, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's like they're going to be hard to pick. You know what I mean? But yeah, I feel like this is the last two events were kind of tricky, man. And I like some people had a lot of success, but I was not the only one that shit the bed. So, yeah, I did better than some people out there. I know for a fact. I'm not going to put anyone on blast, but they know who they are. And doing better than them was good enough for me. So yeah, that main event should be good though. Middleweight's a weird division, man. It's another one of those divisions that I feel is kind of like stagnated a little bit, like 70 a little bit less so, but still kind of like it's the same couple guys at the top. They just kind of get like contender recycling a little bit. So it'll be interesting to see. Like, I would like to see what happens. I guess, like, I favor Usman. Well, I'm sorry, I'm talking about middleweight. I favor Adesanya over both these guys. I favor Whitaker over both these guys. Like, dude, I don't know, man. I don't see either one of these guys being champion really, but it's interesting. Like, the winner of this fight is gonna. What are they? Let's see what they're ranked. Sorry, the door. Man, this door has a fucking. They won't fucking stay shut sometimes. Sorry, I'll probably hear the fucking shit going in the kitchen. Apologize for that. But as far as the rankings and like where the winner will see themselves, let's peep that out real quick. Middleweight rankings. So these dudes are like middle of the top 10. I mean, the winner of this fight is going to be probably either facing Costa or maybe the loser of Brunson Cannonier. Like Strickland, I can't say that Hermansson's the best fighter he's ever fought because he fought Usman. He lost the decision to Usman. I think that he's definitely the best middleweight he's fought. I think Hall is. I mean, I think Hermansson is a little bit better than Hall at this point. If you want to say they're about the same level, that's fine too. But yeah, I'd say Hermansson is probably the best. It's a slight, it's about the same level of competition as Hall or a slight step up. I would say Strickland is a slight step down for Hermansson. That doesn't mean that he's not going to get knocked out. But I would say as far as level of competition, I think it's fair to say that Strickland is perhaps a slight step down. Not much. Not much. Like, I don't think Strickland's as good as Vettori. He might be as good as Gastelum. I think he's probably maybe a little bit better than Shabazian. I don't think he's quite as good as Cannonier. He's probably better than Jacare at this point in like GM3. I don't know, but like, I don't know, man. I think Strickland has fought tougher competition. That doesn't mean he's going to win though. Kind of. If you consider, I mean, I would say I think Hermansson's ceiling has been established more than, I think it's fair to say that Hermansson's ceiling has been established more than Strickland. Like, we kind of know what we're going to get we kind of know like where the ceiling is for Hermansson. Like, we know the kind of level of competition he can beat and who he can't beat. I don't know about Strickland. So I think Strickland is less certain on that. Like I would say Strickland is about maybe a little bit better than Shabazian, but I'd say he's about on that level, on the Shabazian level. And Hermansson has shown that he can beat that level of competition. I don't think Strickland's on a Vettori level. I mean, I don't think he's quite as dangerous as Cannonier. Certainly not. Certainly doesn't have the power of Cannonier. He's more of a volume striker. I think he definitely I think it's gonna like I said, dude. This fight's gonna go one of two ways. Hermansson's gonna get knocked out, or Strickland's gonna get fucking choked. So, I think that's how it's gonna go. I think Strickland won't have to worry about the striker. No, he definitely won't. No, he definitely won't. What do you think of Strickland's takedown defense? Wouldn't that be the worry here? Yeah, that's what I'm going to be taping, because I think the gap on the ground is pretty sizable, dude. Like, Hermanson on top, like you've got to be a really fucking good grappler to shuck that dude out. Like Hermanson on top, you are fucking in for it. You're gonna get fucking shellacked. You're gonna get a fucking shelling. His ground and pound is nasty. Like, nah, man, he'll ground and I see if he ends up on top. If Jack Hermanson gets on top of Sean Strickland and gets in a good position, like gets in fucking like side control, or dude, if he mounts Sean Strickland, he's gonna get stopped. He's gonna get TKO'd, or he's gonna with ground and pound, or he's gonna get strangled. But if it stays on the feet, man, I think Hermanson is gonna end up getting knocked out, like third round TKO for Strickland. But I don't even know. Yeah, I agree. Strickland isn't a bad wrestler. He's really not. He can get taken down. I don't think he's going to take Hermanson down. Like, I think Jack is a considerably better grappler, and I think Strickland is a considerably better striker. So, who's gonna get their shit off, man? Like, if Strickland can get Hermanson diving for takedowns and stuff and hit him with some uppercuts, I think it's his fight. But if he gets taken down, dude, man, and Hermanson ends up on top, like Jack does not fuck around on the ground. I just don't know if I don't know, man. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't know if it's going to be impossible for Hermanson to like time a blast double. I don't know though, man. I'm not a wrestler. Like I don't know about that shit. But I am going to be taping that. Like I'm going to be looking for the tendencies, like how Strickland deals with the kind of takedowns that Hermanson usually uses, and how he reacts when someone's on top of him. If he is a quick scrambler, like if he's someone that just like as soon as his butt hits the mat, he's trying to get back to his feet, maybe I'll go with Strickland, because I could see him, like if he keeps it on the feet, Hermanson's going to get pieced up. The dude does not have good striking defense. He's not a very good striker. Like I think it's going to be pretty easy for Strickland to just kind of do his little bullshit Philly shell and parry and counter Hermanson all night. But I feel like Hermanson is kind of that way too, though. I feel like Hermanson is kind of that way with the grappling. Like he's only going to stay on the feet. Hermanson, once he kind of realizes that you're getting the better of him on the feet, he usually is just like, okay, I'm going back to my base. So I'm going to be really looking to see what's up with Strickland's takedown defense. Yeah, I'd say that's fair. Shabazian is decent. Shabazian's decent, but even that one, yeah, like the GM3 win isn't terrible. GM3 is aging a little bit nicer. Jacare is definitely not aging nicely. But he did kind of have his way with Jacare. I will say that, like, yeah, Jacare was old when that fight happened a couple years ago, but he did have his way with him. Yeah, the Kelvin heel hook was fluky. And yeah, Vettori, like I think that Cannonier and Vettori would smoke Strickland. But man, I don't know, dude. I guess if you had a gun to my head, I'm slightly leaning Hermanson. But I gotta tape it, man. I've gotten bitten bad fading Sean Strickland. But I don't know, dude. I don't know, man. He's never been strangled before, but he hasn't really he hasn't fought any, like, Allen would have been a threat, but he just decided to like stand and bang with him like a dummy. Like Jocko's a pretty good grappler, I guess. Is he Hermanson on the ground though? I don't know, man.
Dinner's ready.
Oh, thanks, sweetie. I'll be right now. All right, boys. Well, the dinner bell just done got rang, so I'm going to kind of wrap this one up, I reckon. But yeah, man, that's kind of where I'm at with this main event. Like, dude, it's gonna be bad news if Hermanson ends up on top. I'll say that. Yeah, dude, it's that time, man. I'm fucking stoked, dude. I don't even know what she made. It smells good though. It smells fucking dank. But yeah, I'm gonna eat some din, and then I'm gonna finish watching the rest of Bullet, dude, which I'm really enjoying. I watched like the first half of Bullet, really into it, and I know that the car chase scene is coming up soon, so I'm pumped about that. So I'm gonna fucking eat some dinner, get toked up, watch Bullet, and then I'm gonna watch Ronin, dude. I'm gonna piggyback off Bullet. I'm in a fucking car chase mood, movie style wise. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. But man, it was a pretty good stream, dude. I appreciate everybody that came through. Sorry, yeah, fucking kind of been low energy today and like stuffy. I don't feel sick. Like I don't feel like ill or anything. Just kind of, I don't know. Like I slept good, but I slept a lot. Like I slept like 10 fucking hours, and sometimes I get a little, I don't know, I'm not really groggy. I'm just kind of like womp. I don't know, it's weird. Anyway, but yeah, dude, I'm gonna fucking eat some dinner, relax with the wife, watch some Bullet, and then watch Ronin. And then I don't know. I don't even fucking know. But man, I appreciate everybody that came through the stream. It was a good one. Had 9 people in here a couple times. Like seeing that, man. Had at least 5 people for most of the time. Except for the very end, but you know, people got shit to do, man. So I understand, dude. I appreciate everybody that stopped through, even if it was just for a few minutes. So yeah, dude, we'll see what happens, man. Damn, man. Dude, if that's true about Art getting shingles, man, I'm sorry, dude. So Art, man, I hope you get better. I haven't had that personally, but like I said, my wife had that, and she was in a lot of pain and was fucking miserable. So if that's true, I hope he gets over that. And yeah, man, all the best to him, and all the best to you guys, man. It's I enjoy doing these streams and talking UFC shit with y'all. So yeah, if you missed it, go back through. You want to see a fucking loudmouth motherfucker eat some crow. That's the first hour. And yeah, the rest of it was just talking about Hermanson and Psycho Boy. So yeah, dude, that's gonna be a good fight though. There's some interesting fights on this card. We'll see what's up with it. And I might do a stream like tomorrow or the next day and just talk about some random shit, just like nerd out with some fucking I don't know, movies and music and shit. I don't know, man. But yeah, shout out to all you guys. I don't want to miss anybody, so I won't go through individually, but you know who you are, and I truly appreciate it. And thanks for everyone that helped retweet this. And yeah, man, I hope you all have a good evening, good rest of the week. I will probably be back at some point. Then we can talk some NFL. And God, how about those fucking games, dude? How about those fucking playoff games, man? Those games were incredible, dude. That shit had me fucking hyped up, man. But we can talk some more about that maybe on another stream. But yeah, man, I hope you all have a good evening. Thanks for kicking it with your boy for a couple hours. And I hope to see you on the next one, man. This has been just my 2 cents, and y'all have yourselves a good one. Peace.